Now, in the words of the great Michael Caine, not a lot of you will know this, but I used to work in IT years and years and years ago, before I got into all of this telly stuff. So I've kind of kept up with, I'm always into having the latest and newest gadget. I'm trying to keep up with them. And I think now, for anyone, the internet it's in our lives, isn't it? For everyone right now. I think a lot more people are feeling slightly more isolated as, you know, bank branches close and there are less things available on the high street. We're kind of dependent more and more on the information that is on the internet. Now, the internet may terrify you and you might think, I'm never going to get to grips with it whatsoever. I have got your doorway into the internet, your stage 1 doorway into the internet. It's going to be great for the kids because it's a fully functioning tablet computer. And it will open up your world. And let me tell you, it is absolutely brilliant. And beyond buying the tablet, you never need to spend another penny again if you don't want to. You can, there are things that you can buy through it, but if you never want to put your credit card details into this, then you never need to. And I'm going to walk you through all of that. This is 548069. It's our 10.1 inch quad-core 16GB Android tablet with Wi-Fi, GPS and 3G with case and keyboard. Now listen, that's a lot of words. So let me just break that down into plain English. Let's go through it line by line. 10.1 inches. You know your TV screen, if you've got a 40-inch screen, it's 40 inches from one corner to the other. It's the same with the tablet. 10 inches from one point to another, from one corner to the other corner. Quad-core, that's the brains inside. You don't need to worry about that too much. It just means it can cope with doing multiple things at the same time. 16GB is the onboard memory. Now, some of that's taken up by the operating system, which is the Android operating system, and the rest is yours to play with. It's storage space, you know, like film on a camera, I guess, really, is storage space. It's the same kind of thing. So for keeping files and videos and applications and things like that, that's the memory you've got. Now, if you need more, you can expand it as well with a micro SD card, which you can slot in there to give you a bigger memory if you want to. Now, what else have we got here? Android is the operating system. You know how you have the iOS for the iPads and the Apple products, and then you've got the Android for the Android tablets, and this is an Android. It's got Wi-Fi that allows you to connect up to the internet. You might have Wi-Fi in your house. You might go to a coffee shop or an airport or a shop or a cafe or the supermarket or the library or whatever, and you can hook up to their Wi-Fi just by popping in the password. You hear people saying all the time, have you got your Wi-Fi password? And then you can pop it in. GPS is like sat-nav, knows where you are. GPS knows where this is, which is really handy when you want to ask for a train time or ask for directions from where you are to somewhere else. What else have you got? 3G. So this can be like a mobile phone as well. You can actually put in mobile phone SIM cards. So if you haven't got Wi-Fi internet and you're away from home and you want some internet data, you can do it via a mobile phone SIM card with a data plan, which is really, really good. Again, you don't need to do that at work perfectly fine without, but only on the Wi-Fi. But this is geared up for 3G as well. Case and keyboard, well, that's pretty self-explanatory. In fact, your case and your keyboard in this are all as one. Rather than having lots and lots of different gubbins when you put it away, you simply just fold it up and the case acts as a stand, and it's got a keyboard built into it as well, which is really good. Right, okay, does that make sense? I bet nobody's ever said that to you before. Do you know what? That's really how simple it is. Let's start playing. Now, on the front screen here, you can see everything is intuitive. Now, it's all touch screen, so it's very, very simple. So if I just lock that for a second, so just switch it off and back on again, you've got a little lock screen there. You just hold that and pull it down, and that will open the tablet up for you. You've got loads and loads of things that this can do. I'm just going to run you through some of them. It's got an FM radio built in. Now, I can't show you that at the moment. It's got a calculator, which is very handy. It's got email, which is really, really good, and it's really easy to set up an email address for free. You can do it via Google as well if you want to, which makes life very much simpler. You've got a clock there which works in different territories and time zones as well. You also have two cameras on this one. So you have a forward-facing camera and you also have a back-facing camera. Now, as you can see there was a ghost hand went across there. So it will immediately go into a demo mode for you and actually show you how to actually use the camera, which is really, really clever, I think. It automatically flips the screen round as well, depending on which way you're using it, because you can use it north, south as well, if you wanted to. And in terms of the controls, they are so simple. So you've got three sets of controls down here. I don't know if you can actually see that. There's one with an arrow that's going that way. There's one with a little house in the middle, and there's one there which looks like two books, one on top of another. They're your three main sort of symbols that you will use. Now, if you press this button over here, which is a load of grey dots, you'll have all of the apps that are pre-built in. Now listen, you can use as many or as few of these as you actually want to do. And you know the great thing about this is actually you can control this with your voice as well. So once you've got a few basic steps set up, you can just talk to it and you can say, "Okay, Google. Okay, Google." Oh, I know what I need to do. I need to open up Google first. That's what I need to do. I've set it all up so it's ready to go, and full instructions will come with it. "Okay, Google, show me the weather today in Hawaii." Because I'd love to be in Hawaii.
Today's forecast for Honolulu is 30 degrees and partly cloudy.
There you go. Even speaks the answers back to you as well. So I can see that today in Honolulu, it is 30 degrees Celsius. You can ask this lots and lots of different things. "Okay, Google, how many kilograms is 10 stone 3 ounces?" And it will there take you to different websites which have converters on them as well, which is really, really good. So you want to check the weather, you want to check the traffic, you want to check whatever you want, you can. And to go home, all you need to do is press that home key. I'll go back into the apps. So you've got a calculator, you've got a full calendar in there as well, so you can organise your life very, very simply. You can see your whole calendar by a date and also by individual days. You can add different things to them as you want to, add appointments, where they are, when they are. You can invite other people to them as well. It's really, really quite clever, this. It does so much. Now, it replaces so many things that you use at the moment. So if you've got a paper diary, you won't need a paper diary anymore, because you can actually have it all on here. And listen, if you want to get to the internet, it is just brilliant for the internet. And also for your kids, you can sit them in front of videos. And as I say, rather than having a sat nav and things like that, you can open up Google Maps, and you only need a Google account to get into all of these things, by the way. And it really is very, very simple. Now, once you're signed into that, the GPS will then actually tell you where you are. Now, we are somewhere in Manchester, but if I wanted to go from Manchester to, say, oh, there you go, Ripon Cathedral, that's not far away from where I live, actually. I'm just going to tap Ripon Cathedral, and that will work out the distance from where I am to Ripon Cathedral. And if I want directions, I just need to press one button, which is called directions, and that will work out the best route for me right now. In fact, it's actually suggesting 3 routes given the traffic that I've got, and as soon as I'm ready, I press start. The satellite always knows where I am, so it can actually follow me as I take the roads, which I think is really, really clever. So, you know, rather than sitting there as the passenger with a map book in your hand going, oh, you should have turned left 5 minutes ago, you know, all of those kind of things. You don't need to do that. The kids are going to love this, because obviously as an educational thing, it's brilliant. And if you've heard of things like Netflix, where you can actually download and watch box sets and things like that, it's really good for that. It's absolutely amazing. Of course, some of those things are chargeable, but you can use your tablet without really ever having to enter your credit card details at all. Of course, if you want those enhanced services, then you can, and it's well worth signing up to some of them, because they're great value for money. Now, what you get, remember, is your tablet itself. You get the case, which has an integrated keyboard built into it, and that doubles as the stand as well. I think this is a really lovely gift idea. If you've never got a tablet computer before, you can pay hundreds and hundreds and hundreds for them. I'm talking about the basic ones start at about £250, £300. we've got, I think, your ultimate starter here with the case and keyboard, which, you know, with others, that's an extra. You have to buy those as well. $149.99. Now that is superb. Now I've just shown you the very, very basics here, but $149.99, that is great. And I think for gift ideas, it's great. If you've got one of the youngsters who's off to college or university or just needs as a study aid, would be handy for them to have a tablet computer as they went around, then this would be brilliant. But do you know what? I found a way of trying to beat everybody else's kind of offer on this kind of thing, because, you know, listen, I've spent the last 10 minutes or so just walking you through very, very gently some of the things that this can do for you. But listen, I want to be there with you every step of the way. From the second you get this out of the box, I want you to have me with you. So what I've got here is a DVD that I've written and created and filmed. It's over an hour long, and it will take you through the second you actually take it out of the box to setting up so many different things. And I've got loads and loads of different chapters on this DVD as well. Now listen, can you see the DVD? I'm very flattered that they've priced this at $19.99 as a DVD. It's great and it's worth having, but rather than you giving you its item code, I would rather give you the DVD, because that is worth its weight in gold, to be honest. Forget the $19.99. I am there to talk and walk you through, literally taking it out of the box and setting it up from the start. So if you call me now for $149.99 for your tablet with your keyboard and case, I'm going to include your DVD, which technically speaking is another $19.99 on its own. But we have decided, and thank you team, we're going to include that DVD at no extra charge. It is yours for free right now when you buy your tablet computer. And I think for anyone that this is a great first tablet, let me tell you. I know my gadgets, and I've got quite a few different gadgets, and I love this. I love the way it's intuitive. I love the way that it comes with a keyboard, because I know that with other tablet computers, if you're looking to buy a keyboard, that's a separate item, which might be another £100. It might be another, you know, 80, 90, £100. Cases can start on their own, just a case, no keyboard, nothing else, can start at 20, 30, 40 pounds. You can spend a lot of money on cases or magnetic things which flip over the top. With this, you've got the case and the keyboard included, but now you've got that over hour-long DVD which talks you through all of the different, I've made lots and lots of different chapters for you, so you might know what you're doing to a certain degree. So I've made it as simple as I can. So getting started, what should be with you when yours arrives? How do you charge it up? What do you do? The basics, I mean, actually sort of getting it started. Then things like Google Play. Google Play is great for going to find your apps, how to watch TV and listen to radio via the catch-up services on the internet. Social media, how to do your Facebook and your Twitter and your Instagram and all of that kind of thing. Practical and useful apps as well, things like weather and traffic and all sorts of really useful things. We've got things for kids here as well, because the kids are going to love their tablet computer. You're going to be able to sit them in front of it and they will just be amused for hours and hours and hours. And then really importantly, how to get help from us, including how to get help directly from me as well. So if there's something you get stuck with, you can contact me as well, and I'll do my very, very best, because I have one of these at home anyway, so I'll do my very best to try and help you out where I can. Most of it, as I say, should be covered in the DVD, but if you need any extra help, then it is out there for you as well. Now remember, you can put SIM cards into these as well, so you can put 2 different SIM cards. So if you're someone that travels abroad an awful lot, you can actually switch between 2 different SIM cards here as well. It almost works like a mobile phone. You can do all of your messaging with this as well. You can do things like Skype, you can do things like WhatsApp, you can do FaceTime, you can do all of those different message systems through this, and you can load up any other apps as well that you want. If you go to the Google Play Store, which is, where are we? Google Play, where are you? It will be there somewhere. There it is, Play Store. And you can search for different apps. So it comes preloaded with a lot of different things anyway. So I'm just going to show you a couple of the ones that I really do like. One of them is BBC Iplayer. Now there are lots of different catch-up services, and I talk through them on the DVD for you. But if you want to go and search for an app, before you download it, you can actually look at reviews, you can look at lots of information about the app. It will also lead you to tell you whether it's going to cost you anything or not. And if it just says install, and it doesn't talk about any cost, then that means you can press accept and it will go away and it will download the app for you. The apps aren't very big. You've got 16 gigabytes of onboard memory in your tablet already. For instance, that little app there was something like 19 megabytes. So that's a tiny, tiny app. Remember, you've got 16 gigabytes of storage. Let me talk you through all of this again very, very quickly, because I think sometimes this can be very, very confusing. So 10.1 inches the size of the tablet. So from corner to corner, from one corner to the bottom corner, that's the size of your tablet computer. Quad core is all about the brains inside, so what it's actually doing and what it can do for you. It means it can cope with lots and lots of different tasks at the same time. Android is just the operating system. 16 gigabyte is the onboard memory. Some of that's taking up with the operating system, but just, you know, it's a small proportion of that. You've got plenty of space for films, for videos, for music, for DVDs, for photos, whatever it may be, and lots of different apps. You see that's downloaded the Iplayer now, so I can simply send that away to go and open it. It will ask me for some details, because you need to sign into the BBC to show you're a license payer, and then once you're in through that, it will actually show you, you know, a list of programs that you can watch, whether it be TV programs, radio programs, and you can move these apps around in lots and lots of different ways. Do you see how simple it is as well? It's got a calendar on board, it's got your reminders on board, it's got so many different things. And listen, the great thing is you cannot break this. Do you know what I mean? In terms of pressing the wrong thing, you cannot press the wrong thing, because you can always go backwards. So even without knowing what this is, I can press on. This is Google News, actually, so it's going to lots and lots of different places, and it's putting the latest news headlines for you together. And then if I press Let's Go there you go, there's a lovely picture of Teresa, and there is all of the bad news of the day, no doubt. So we'll get straight out of that, I think. But you see how useful it is for catching up on the news, for doing things like, you know, it might be your lottery that you want to do via the internet. It might be that you want to read your magazines on the internet. There are lots and lots of different things that you can do. And remember, my DVD, which we're now including here as well, is over an hour's worth of a step-by-step guide from me directly, taking you through literally what is included when your tablet arrives, how to set up the basics, so how to set the time and the date and things like that, and then setting up Google Play so you can go and find your apps, how to watch your TV services, how to listen to your favourite radio stations, how to go onto social media, your Twitter, your Facebook, your Instagram, all of that kind of thing. Then practical and useful apps as well. Things like what's the traffic like, what's the weather like, shopping online for, you know, your supermarket shopping, and other things as well. Kids. We've got a good starter section here, things that the kids will really, really like as well, that aren't going to cost a fortune either. And also how to get help. So there are lots and lots of, because I say, you know, when it comes to a tablet computer, the answer to almost everything is already on the internet, because, you know, the question has occurred to somebody else before already. And remember, when you are on the internet, so if I open up the internet right now, remember I can talk to this as well. Okay, Google. Let's just press that for a second. Let's press that. Show me the train timetable at York Station. Let's see what it will do.
According to Wikipedia, York Railway Station is on the East Coast Main Line in the United Kingdom, serving the city of York, North Yorkshire.
That's useful information to know. And it talks to you about the train companies that operate from there. It will also give you a website to go to as well. Oh, I tell you what else this is brilliant for as well, is watching videos. So let's go. Actually, let's have a little look. Actually, do you know what? Let's find one of our vintage videos from years and years and years ago. So if I put YouTube, there is an app for YouTube, but I haven't downloaded it yet. So I'm just going to do a search on the internet for Price Crash YouTube. And hopefully what we will find, ta-da, oh, it's some very vintage Price Crash actually. The godfather of shopping TV we're about to view now on YouTube. Here he is, Mr. Paul Lavers, everyone. And do you remember If I just turn the volume down on that just a little bit there. Now we've got a little bit of a dodgy Wi-Fi connection in here, but you can see this is us price crashing back in the day with Paul Lavers with a gemstone globe there at £79. Now I think that's sold out, by the way, just so that you know. I think that's long gone. But watching videos and watching series. Now remember, you just hook this up to your Wi-Fi at home. Lots of people have Wi-Fi at home, and if you don't have Wi-Fi, when you're out and about, when you're in a coffee shop, when you're in the library, when you are in a hotel, almost anywhere now, you see, I mean, sometimes when you go for a coffee, you see written up somewhere, or it might be on the table somewhere, Wi-Fi, our Wi-Fi password is so-and-so, so-and-so. That's why you see so many people sat with their computers in coffee shops, because they're getting free internet, which is brilliant. And you can be doing that as well. Remember, you've got two different cameras here. You can take video as well. So you've got a front-facing camera and you've got a rear-facing camera as well. You can access your email, which is really, really good. The browser is just brilliant, because if you've never shopped online, in fact, let's change that to our website for a second. Price crash, excuse me, because I'm looking at this upside down. Have I spelled that wrong? Price cash. Let's go back, right, backspace, crash.tv. Right, there we go, got the right website this time, fantastic. So that's now going to go away to the internet and pick up all the details from our website there. And that will allow you, if you're watching us right now, instead of having to pick up the phone and to give us a call, if you're watching one of our items, one of our shows, and you think, oh, right, okay, I really need to go and get that batteries deal. And I can't remember what the item number was for the battery deal. You can actually press it in there. If you've got your item number, you can pop it in there. But if not, you can just press on there and you can actually do a search. Now, our internet signal is not great, so that's not reacting to me at the moment. But the full website is there as well. So there's the spin mop, and there's lots and lots of different products. So we've got the EGR and the car kit and this, that and the other, all our information. So anything, you know, any website, maybe you want to go to your supermarket's website and do your online shopping on there, you can do it. Now, let's talk about this price tag for a second, because $149.99, there are a lot of tablet computers out there. And I think a lot of people, especially at this time of the year, maybe one of you has said to the other, okay, what do you want? What do you want this year? What's the big present that you're looking for? Maybe you've been looking at getting, you know, a tablet computer, but you've been looking at the price tags of, you know, those big brand names, and you've been thinking, well, I'm not sure how often I'm going to use it, and I'm not sure if I need all the capability that it's got, and I'm not sure that I really want to spend £300 plus to find out. Well, here you've got $149.99. It's future-proof as well, which is really, really good. So it works for today and it works into the future as well. It's got everything you need in terms of memory, and also has the ability to expand that memory as well, because you can buy a little tiny memory card. You know, like your digital cameras have a little memory card to make it bigger? You can actually put one of those in there as well. I'll talk through all of that on the DVD, by the way, that comes with this. But this is just $149.99. Now, often when you buy a tablet computer, you think, oh, now why was that such a good value price in the first place? And it's because to buy a case, it's more money. It can be £50, £100 to buy a case for a tablet computer, and then or you want a keyboard for it. Keyboard, that'll be another £80, £90, £100, thank you. With ours, the keyboard and the case, they're included. Now, your case is the keyboard, and it's also the stand as well. I don't know whether you can see from the side there. I don't want to move this too much, but it's actually the stand that it actually stands up on as well, which is really, really good. So when you're finished with it, the most important thing about that is when you're finished with it, all you do is just simply fold down and that's it. Get on with your life, off you go. It's about the size of one of those old personal organisers. Talking of those old personal organisers, by the way, we don't have to worry about anything like that anymore. We can ditch pen and paper completely now. So when something occurs to us, we can just get straight in and look for it. If you're studying, it's really good. If you're working on the move, rather than carrying a big heavy laptop and the mouse and the this, that, the other that goes with it, all the paraphernalia, maybe you look at your big desktop computer that you've got right now and you think, oh, I never use it because it takes a long time to start up, and then it's updating this and that and the other, and it takes forever and I can't be bothered. Imagine if you could literally just reach for this, open up the case, press the little button on the side, and the whole thing just comes to life. Just unlock, and then away you go to the internet, to your apps, to wherever it may be, to your diary straight away. You've got, phone book capability in there. You can take videos, you can watch TV programs on there. There is so much you can do. And listen, most important at $149.99 is the fact that you are not on your own when this arrives, because there is nothing worse. Because this does come with an instruction booklet, but it's a very, very basic, hugely basic, which is why I said to the team, do you know what? Why don't we create a DVD? And then I can talk you through and everyone through exactly how this works. Now, they suggested that we should do these DVDs at $19.99, but I'm very pleased we're including it for free for everyone that buys now. It's our own production. I'm afraid it's another hour of me. But I talk you through literally taking it out of the box, getting started, doing the very, very basic of things, setting up the time, setting up the date, setting up the capability of being able to literally speak to it and get it to do what you want to do. Setting up Google Play, which is the App Store. What kind of apps do you want to go and see? I've broken them down into sections, so TV and radio, social media, messaging, things like WhatsApp and Skype and things like that, so you can talk to the family around the world via the computer. It's brilliant. And then practical and useful apps as well. There are so many of them. Booking your trains online is really, really simple. Booking your holidays online, I've included all of that as well. Doing your banking and such like. Then I've got things for the kids, because of course, this kind of thing, it's for every generation. If you're on a long car journey, any parents will tell you, if you're on a long car journey, how many kids do you see on the when you're driving down the motorway or whatever? Kids are on the back seat and they've got their screen there. They've got their screen there, and that's it. They're happy. They're quiet. They're happy. They're amused because they can be watching their cartoons. You could be downloading series from them, from CBeebies or Nickelodeon or Disney or whatever. I talk about all of that on the DVD. So rather than sending you, pages and pages and pages of instructions, as soon as you get it out of the box, pop the DVD on, and I'll talk you through the whole thing for over an hour. And listen, if you know what you're doing, you can jump straight to the section that's most relevant to you. So if you just want to know, how do I set up BBC iPlayer or My5 or All 4 or any of those TV catch-up services? How do I do Netflix and chill on my new tablet? I'll show you how to do it. It's really, really simple. All of that for $149.99. Now listen, I'm about to run out of time. I'm with you for an hour on that DVD anyway, so get your call in right now. It's an amazing price tag, by the way, for this to come in with its case and its keyboard, and a really fancy box as well, by the way. It's really lovely, easy to wrap up and get under the tree for someone or to present to someone. $149.99, that's a one-off payment. I'm not going to be asking you for more money in a month's time and a month's time and a month's time. You won't be paying this off for the next 6 months, don't worry. It's one price of $149.99. Your DVD, which is another $19.99's worth of value. And let me tell you, it took a long time to write and compile the DVD, and we had the studio time as well, so it has been very expensive to make the DVD, but I also thought it would be a much better idea rather than me writing a book. Because I can write a book that I would understand easily, but would you understand in the same way as I do? And a lot of people learn by just saying, just show me what to touch. Just show me which buttons to press. And don't do it too quickly. So I've done it really, really slowly and really, really carefully for you. It's over an hour's worth of information, all in different chapters as well. £19.99 for the DVD, but you don't need to buy the DVD. You buy the tablet computer with its case and keyboard and stand built in at $149.99. I'm including an hour of my own time for you at no extra charge at $19.99. Which I think is really, really good. Listen, don't be scared of computers. They really are very, very good. If you don't want to spend, £1,000 or more, which you can do on the new desktop, mega computers these days. If you don't want to do that, but you do want to be on the internet because you do want to be able to get your online banking to see what's happening, so you don't have to wait for your bank statements to come through. And maybe you haven't got a local bank branch near you. You can do your shopping on the internet. You can watch television on the internet. There are so many different things you can do, and all you need to do is connect this up to the Wi-Fi, and you can even do it via the 3G as well, via SIM cards. It's a real marvel, and I know, listen, when you get yours home, I know you will, the first thing you will do is go, oh gosh, am I going to know how to set this up and do this? And then you'll just grab the DVD, pop that in, and I will talk you through it every step of the way, and I will show you how to do many different things. And the great thing is, beyond the DVD, if you get stuck with anything, I've even put some contact details in there as well to get hold of me. So if you want to ask me a question, I'll do my very best. You know, I'm getting up to speed on these as well, but I love them. And this is such a great value deal at $149.99 with the full DVD instruction video as well, which is brilliant. Listen, I need to go, I'm afraid. I've got to run out of time at some stage, and we need to move on to another price crash. So here's the details you need. So you've got the full price crash backup, you've got the full DVD as well, where I'll talk you through a whole hour's worth of how to use it as well, which is brilliant. And you've got further help beyond that as well. 548069 is your item number then. $149.99. Remember, that's a one-off payment as well, which is really good. Call us now, 0808 123 3333, and I look forward to welcoming you to the world of the internet. It's wonderful.